understanding division today. So you guys have been practicing your multiplication arrays and how to find the difference between multiplication and division. And we know that when we multiply numbers, we make numbers bigger, but when we divide numbers, we actually are breaking down those numbers into smaller groups. So we're going to be talking about how division works today. And one of the major components of understanding division is talking about equal groups. So we're going to practice today taking a number, drawing that number out using symbols or pictures, and then deciding and discovering, how do I figure out how to put this number of objects into equal groups? How many equal groups do I need? That will tell us our division problem. So let's get started with practicing these equal groups. So if you take a look at number one, it says you have 14 cookies. You have 2 plates. Each plate has the same number of cookies. How many cookies are on each plate? We're going to draw an equal groups picture to represent this problem. So let's go back into the problem, because you guys know we can never read a word problem once, right? You know that we always need to read word problems multiple times in order to really understand what they're asking us to do. So I'm going to go back in with my highlighter, with my pencil, with a crayon, and I'm going to go back in and I'm going to make sure I pull out the important pieces. So I know that I have a total of 14 cookies. I also know that I have 2 plates. And each plate is going to have the same number of cookies. So I have a total of 14 cookies, and I need to put those 14 cookies on 2 different plates. But both of my plates are going to have the same number of cookies. So I can't have like one plate with 10 cookies and the other plate with only 4 cookies. Pretend like you're dividing your cookies up between 2 of your friends. You're not going to give one friend more than the other, right? You want to give your friends the equal amount. So let's go ahead and draw this. You can draw this really in a couple of different ways. You can draw 2 plates and we can distribute the cookies on each plate, or you can draw out your 14 cookies and put them into 2 groups, right? So let's take a look here. If I wanted to draw out my 14 cookies, okay, let's draw these. I'm just going to draw circles to represent the cookies. Please go ahead and do this with me in your notebooks. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is a total of 14. Now, I didn't put them in any groups yet. I didn't, distribute them evenly. All I did was draw 14 cookies, okay? Now, I have to pretty much divide 14 into 2 different groups, right? I have to just figure out, okay, how many are going to be in each group? So what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to draw my 2 plates. And let's just say these are my plates. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start dividing my cookies up. So I have 14 cookies. I'm going to put 1 on each plate. So I'm going to take, and I'll show you how I do this. All right, so I'm going to take 1 from here, put it on this plate. Another one, put it on this plate. So I have 1 on each plate. Now I'm going to put 2 on each plate. There we go. Now we have 2 on each plate. 3 on each plate. 4 on each plate. I'm not done yet. I still have cookies left over. So imagine yourself doing this right now. Let's say you're in your kitchen. You have 14 cookies on your cookie tray, and you're putting 1 on this plate, 1 on this plate, 1 on this plate, 1 on this plate, right? And you're just dividing your cookies up into 2 groups. Let's keep going. So I'm going to take 2 more cookies, put 1 on this plate, put 1 on this plate. Take 2 more cookies, 1 on this plate, 1 on this plate. Last 2 cookies, 1 on this plate, 1 on this plate. Perfect. I'm out of cookies. I don't have any more cookies. Okay, so now it's time to figure out, well, how many did we put on each plate? Let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the first plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the second plate. Awesome job. So we have an equal number. We have the same number on both of the plates. So let's think about our division problem here. We started with 14. We always list our larger number first when we're dividing. So we started with 14 cookies. And how many groups did we divide them into? I have two groups there. I've had two separate plates. So we're going to do 14, which is our total, divided by the number of groups that we have. We had two groups. And what did we get in each group? How many did we get on each plate? 7. Awesome job. So I know that 14 divided by 7 equals 2. Or 14 divided by 2 equals 7. With division, we always start with our larger number. You guys have been learning about fact families, and you know the relationship between multiplication and division. So I know if I have 14 cookies and I'm putting them into two groups, 14 divided by 2 will give me 7 because I could take 7 and multiply it by 2, and that would give me 14. Always connecting that multiplication and that division. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. It says you have 24 stickers. There are 3 kids. Each kid gets the same number of stickers. How many stickers would each kid get? So let's go back in the problem and read it again. You have 24 stickers. I'm underlining. And there are 3 kids that we're going to divide these stickers up between. It tells us that each kid, this is very important, that not one kid's getting more than the other. Each kid is getting the same number of stickers. So let's go ahead and draw out 24 stickers because that's our total. We need to make sure we have that drawn out. I'm going to draw stars to represent my stickers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Keep going until we get 24, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Okay, so I have 24 stars written down. You should have 24 of something written, whether you did stars or circles or squares or triangles. All right, so now we know there are 3 kids, which means we have to divide these stickers into 3 groups. We have to have a group for the first kid, a group for the second kid, and a group for the third kid. So we have 3 total groups we're going to need here. So let's think about what our division problem would be. Again, I said we always start with our total. What was our total again? Shout it out. 24 was our total. So we had 24 total stickers. How many groups are we going to divide these 24 stickers into? How many groups are we going to divide these 24 stickers into? Show me with your fingers, shout it out. 3 groups because there are 3 kids. So we need to give each kid a group of stickers. So we're going to divide it by 3. Okay, we have to figure out what our answer will be. So let's take a look. I have 24. I have to make them into 3 equal groups. So let's think about this for a second. 24 divided by 3. Well, I know that multiplication is the opposite of division. So I could think to myself, what can I multiply by 3 to get me 24? Think about this. Blank times 3 equals 24. What do you multiply by 3 to get you 24? 8. Awesome job. You do 8 times 3 to get you 24. So if we're thinking about the inverse operation, which inverse means opposite, so we have multiplication, the opposite would be division. So if I know that 8 times 3 equals 24, thinking of my fact families, I know that 24 divided by 3 will give me 8. So let's go ahead and let's make 3 groups of 8 in each group. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's one group of 8. Remember how many I need? I need 3 groups, so 3 kids. Let's do another group of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's another group of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and our last group of 8. Now let's make sure that our array matches our division problem. Do we have a total of 24 stickers? Check. Yes, we do. Do we have 3 groups? Check. Yes, we do. And last but not least, are there 8 inside of each group? Because remember, our topic today is understanding division using equal groups. Equal means the same amount inside of each group. So are there 8 in every single group? Check. Yes, there are. Awesome job. So we have 8 inside of each group. We have 3 groups, which shows our division problem as 24 divided by 3 equals 8. Awesome job, guys. So I encourage you now, I have number 4 and number 5 on my board right now. I encourage you to go ahead and read number 4, draw it out in your notebook, and think to yourself, what division problem could represent this? If you need to use multiplication to help you with that, please do. Like we had to think about, well, what do I multiply times 3 to get me 24? That's how we discovered how many were going to be inside of each group. Go ahead and use your fact families to help you, and go ahead and try 4 and 5 on your own. All right, I hope that you paused the video while you were going ahead and trying to solve those. I'm going to go over number 4 with you very quickly. If you did not finish yet, please pause this video right now and go ahead and finish on your own and then resume it. So the first problem that you had to do on your own, it says you have 27 cherries. You have 3 bowls. Each bowl gets the same number of cherries. How many cherries are in each bowl? So I hope that you drew out 24 cherries, because that was the first thing that you should have done. Now, if you can't draw cherries, that's okay. I'm just going to draw circles. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Those are my 27 cherries, okay? That's how mine look. Yours can look different. It's all good. Now it says you have 3 bowls that you're going to put all these cherries into. So I want you to imagine yourself, you're in your kitchen, you have cherries in front of you, you got 3 big bowls. You have to put the same number of cherries, because it says each bowl gets the same number of cherries. We have a total of 27. There's 3 groups or 3 bowls. So how can I do this? Well, remember, when we're thinking about our division problem, start with your biggest number. Start with your total. Our total is 27. Divided by, here's my division symbol. How many groups am I making? Oh, I'm making 3 groups because I'm putting them into 3 separate bowls. So what is 27 divided by 3? You might be saying to yourself, Mrs. Rossi, I don't know what 27 divided by 3 is. That's okay, because I guarantee you can tell me something that you can multiply by 3 to get you 27, because by now we know our multiplication facts. So what do we multiply by 3 to get 27? Think about this for a second. You should have 9 times 3 gives you 27. And if you don't know that, count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, and continue until you get to 27. You'll have 9 fingers in the air. So 9 times 3 gives me 27, which means I know that 27 divided by 3 will give me 9. So that means I have a total of 27 cherries. I have them into 3 separate groups, and there's going to be 9 in each group. Let's go ahead and count 9 in each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's one group of cherries. Here's my one bowl of cherries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's my another bowl of cherries. That's 2 groups. Now I need one more group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's my last group of cherries. So my division problem tells me 27 is my total, divided by how many groups do you have? I have 3 groups because I'm putting them into 3 separate groups, 3 separate bowls, and there are 9 in each group. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. I hope that you gave number 5 a chance as well. You should have had for number 5, 21 fish divided by 3 fish tanks. So if you have 21 divided by 3, you go ahead and draw out your 21 fish. You put them in 3 equal groups. You should get a total of 7 inside of each group because 7 times 3 equals 21. So we know that the opposite of division is multiplication. So we could always use that to help us when understanding division. Awesome job, guys, and I will see you later.